This assignment here, it's only one problem in the back here. This, you paint 2 square yards of mural in 3 hours. We're going to give you enough information to be able to solve that here today in this video, and hopefully it goes well and it makes sense. Now, I want to do a fairly simple one to start off with to show you what I'm talking about and how it works. Now, it says a printer can print 12 color pages in 3 minutes. How many color pages can a printer print in 9 minutes? Okay. So if you remember, there's 2 units to the problem. There's pages and there's minutes. Okay. X represents minutes and Y represents pages, because remember, X is a time unit. So pages per minute. Okay. Now, it does not tell us the pages per minute. Well, obviously it can do 4 pages in a minute, okay? Because 12 pages in 3 minutes, that'd be 4 pages per minute. But here's the thing. We're not going to be worried about all this crap with the rate of change and all this. Because starting now, if the problem does not give you the rate of change, before you just go Y minus Y, X minus X, which you can't do anyway, go make your line and use a little bit of common sense, okay, is how to go about this. So we don't, let's just pretend I don't know that 12 divided by 3 is 4, okay? I'm not very smart here today on this problem, so I'm going to say, okay, so I don't know my M, but use a little bit of common sense. At 0 minutes of printing, do you think it's even conceivable that any pages have been printed? Is that even possible? No. So it's one line and it starts at 0, 0, and that's what we call direct variation, okay? With direct variation, I'm going to use ratios to solve the problem, okay? I'm just going to go line equals line. And it's important that you put your X label in the denominator. So minutes, minutes, pages, pages. So I know they can do 12 pages in 3 minutes. Well, I want to know how many go in 9 minutes. So 9 minutes is going to go here. And pages here I don't know. It's a question mark. But I can just find it by cross multiplying and dividing. Okay. So 12 times 9 divided by 3, 36. Now again, I realize you could take 12 divided by 3, 4 pages a minute, 9 minutes, 4 times 9 is 36. But it's not going to work that easily when we get to these problems. It takes you 8 minutes to wash 1 car. It takes a friend 6 minutes to wash 1 car. How long does it take the 2 of you to wash 7 cars working together? So what are my 2 units? Well, minutes and cars. Okay, minutes being the answer to our problem here. So X is the minutes and Y is the cars. So per. Cars per minute. Now, do you know how many cars they can wash per minute? No, it's not 6, okay? You can't wash 6 cars per minute. That makes no sense, and neither does 8. And you don't know it, okay? Now, you also cannot use Y minus Y, X minus X, because it's 2 people that would work at different speeds. So there is no constant rate really to the problem. So before you just worry about that, go make your line and do a little analyzing. Say, okay, so I don't know what the M is really, but use some common sense. If you don't work for any time, do you think you could have got any cars washed? Probably not. So that again is direct variation. Okay, so with direct variation I will be using ratios. But for this problem we want 3 ratios, and the reason why is because we have me, we have my friend, and we have us working together. So I add what we can do separately and it equals what we can do together. So you need 3. Because there's me, my friend, and together. Okay, now it's very important you put your time unit on the bottom or this is not going to be easy. Okay, the problem doesn't take a long time to do. Okay, so cars, cars, and cars. Okay, how about me? I can do one car in 8 minutes. You can't put 8 over 1 or it's not going to work. That's why you have to put your time unit on bottom. This guy can wash one car in 6 minutes. You can wash a sixth of a car per minute. Now, when we work together, we want to wash 7 cars, and I don't know the minutes, so I'm going to put X down there. Now, here's what we can do. We can add these two together. I know I'm going to have 7 over X right there. Okay, just drop that down, and then we're going to get just one ratio by adding. So 1/8, 1 over 8 plus 1 over 6 gives me 7 over 24. And now I can just cross multiply and divide. I can take 24 times 7 divided by 7. Okay, I got 24. That one was kind of obvious because 7, 7, 24, 24 would have to be. All right, so on a direct variation problem, you just don't go back here and worry about that. And don't worry about the rest of the line. You need to set up your ratios, your proportions. That's how direct variation works. Proportions can be used to solve it. Okay, it takes you 30 minutes to rake the leaves in your 1 yard. Put a 1 next to that. It takes your brother 45 minutes in the same 1 yard. Okay? Just not like a yard measurement, just like mowing outside. How long does it take the two of you to rake the leaves when working together? All right. So minutes. So I have minutes and yards. Okay, so X is minutes, Y is yards. And it's yards per minute. Now I have no idea what the yards per minute. No, you can't rake 30 yards in a minute. Does that make sense? No. Neither does 45. No, you can do 1 in 30, 1 in 45. So you don't know those. And again, starting today, I don't want you to just write y minus y, x minus x, okay? You need to think about the problem on your line. And I don't have an m, that much is obvious, but x is 0, so that means 0 minutes. So do you think I could have raked any yards in 0 minutes of time? No. So that's, again, a direct variation. So again, that means I go down here and I'm going to make ratios. But I'm going to need 3 again. I got me by myself, my brother by himself, and then the total of us together. So equals and plus. Remember to put your time unit in the denominator where it belongs. Okay? Okay, so me, I can rake 1 yard in 30 minutes. My brother, 1 in 45. Okay? All right, now, when we're working together, we would have to rake 1 yard. I just don't know how many, because it's just our yard. It's just going to take us shorter time. Now, again, we add 1/30 plus 1/45 gives me 1 over 18. And again, that happened again. 18 times 1 is 18, divided by 1 is 18. So again, just cross multiply and divide, but that one you can do mentally. It's 18 minutes. So again, it makes sense. I mean, if it takes him 30 minutes by himself, 45 minutes by himself, when you combine them, you're going to get a shorter time. Okay, 3 students use calligraphy pens to write the names of graduating seniors on diplomas. One student can write 7 names in 6 minutes, another writes 17 names in 10 minutes, and a third writes 23 names in 15 minutes. How long will the students take to write the names on 440 diplomas if they work together? Okay, so the minutes, so it's 2 units, so I want to start here, minutes, diplomas. X is minutes, Y is diplomas, so per diplomas per minute. And obviously we don't know that. It's 3 students. They're working at different speeds, so we have no idea how much that is, okay, at this point. Okay, so my beginning, I'm going to set up my line graph. And you obviously don't have an M, but again, if they work for 0 minutes, because that's what X represents as 0, could they have painted any diplomas? No, okay? So you put 0. And that means I don't need to know the M, okay? I just go down here and set up a group of ratios. But now there's 3 persons. There's student 1, student 2, student 3, and then when they go together, because there were 3 students. Okay, so pluses. Okay, remember you want to make sure you put the time on the bottom. Okay, so our first person, his ratio is 7 names, 6 minutes. Our second student, 17 and 10. Our third student is 23 and 15. Okay, now when they're working together, they have 440 diplomas, so 440 and then X time, because I don't know that. Now, let's add these 3 up, because I know I'm going to have 440 over X on that side of the equation. So 7 ABC 6 plus 17 ABC 10 plus 23 ABC 15. 4 2/5, okay? Well, that's a little bit of a problem here, okay? When you get a mixed number like that, here's what you need to do. You're still going to have 4, there's a little extra step you're going to have to do. You need to make that into an improper fraction. You're going to put, now listen, I'm going to pause a second. That 5 is your denominator. To find the top number, you start at 4. You take 4 times 5, which is 20, and then you add the 2. Okay? So I added these and I got a mixed number, 4 2/5. Well, that doesn't work very well to cross multiply and divide. Okay? So make another set. Put your 5. Okay? Whatever number's there goes here. Now you times. 4 times 5 is 20, and then plus the top number 2. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 2 is 22. Okay? So again, if you get, like here I didn't get a mixed number. I added that on my calculator, and it got a common denominator, and it was 1 over 18. Easy enough. But if you add and get a mixed number, you need to make another fraction. Whatever's on bottom goes on bottom. 5, 5. And then times and plus. Got it? Okay, now cross multiply and divide. 5 times 440 divided by 22. 100. Okay. That takes 100 minutes. So again, when you add, get the mixed number. Get through that.